Hi everyone, my name is Jordan Bartlett and I'm the co-founder for Doing Good Works. Sorry I couldn't be there today. Long few nights with a sick 1-year-old, so I thought I would put together this video to do a little walkthrough of the tool and where it stands now, and then talk a little bit about some of the testing that we've got coming up as well. And I'll provide both Jeff and Brandon some additional notes. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll have Jeff and Brandon have that email address as well, with any feedback, input, anything like that. So this is the home page. The title and URL are just working titles right now. This will be the entry point of the tool. I think Joe will be going over some of the marketing that will go down here below in this content. But here is how you access the tool, and there's a couple different ways to access it. We chose doing the access point with the time frame that you want to mentor, the user wants to mentor, just because that's the broadest one and one that we can kind of contain. We thought about doing it by category, like foster care, homelessness, things like that, but that list could get really big and really fill up this page. So this is kind of a broad, easy way to enter into the tool. So these are live links right here that can enter you into the tool, and once you enter, you can drill down even further, which we'll see here in just a minute. You can also enter which time frame you want here. So you can click all, and that will take you to all the mentoring opportunities that have both weekday and weekend listings. If you go back, you can also enter this way. So if you just want weekday options, you can click that, and just the weekday options will show here. So this is your search tool. As you see, it's kind of laid out in panels, so you get a little brief overview of the organization, an image, and then their time availability, so weekdays, so all is going to be weekends and weekdays. These are just test profiles that I've created on my own, so this isn't live information that's been entered by the nonprofit. We'll talk about that in a minute. And up here is where you can start to drill down even further to get the mentoring opportunity that is right for you. So I do have to organize these a little better. We added several after the last call we had with the nonprofits, so I just added them in and still need to put in some functionality for organizing, but they're based around time frames, age of the mentee. We also got some feedback that we should have age of the mentor, to at least know if they need to be 18 or older. And then the type of mentoring. So you'll see virtual mentoring, one-on-one mentoring, group mentoring opportunities, and then time of day as well. So morning opportunities, daytime, so between 9 a.m. and 5, and then evening as well. So you can drill down as far as you want. You'll also see opportunity like foster care, homeless opportunities, and low income. That's another thing that I talked about earlier that can turn into a long list as we get more in here. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way to organize that, because this list could also get really long. So I'm playing around with some different ways, but I did want to show at least the functionality here. So as I said, you can see anybody and everybody. So these are all the profiles I've put together so far. If you do want to start drilling down, so if you wanted weekend opportunities, if you click that, it'll just show you weekend opportunities. If you are looking for just evening after 5 o'clock, that's going to show you all of your opportunities after 5 o'clock. If you know that you want to work with a young person that's a teenager, and you only have weekends available, you can click both, and you see all of the organizations that meet those. So as we get more organizations in here, you can use all of these filters up here to really drill down and just get the opportunities you want. So from a user perspective, we're really targeting users that have no idea and are just coming in and looking for all opportunities, or someone that's got very specific, I want to work weekends with young people that are between 13 and 17 and focused on foster care. So these organizations would show up in that case. So that's kind of the functionality of the tool, and I'll take you into one of the profiles just so you can see what a profile would look like. Again, this is all information that I've put in. So the nonprofit has the opportunity to put some images up here so that the user can see them. The title is up here. You've got contact information, so phone number. There's a direct URL that links out to the nonprofit's page, and this can go to any page you want to put in there, so it can be your volunteer specific page. Have the social media links, so Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can see when the organization is open, and down here it shows all of those filters that this organization meets. So there's daytime opportunities, there's evening opportunities. It does come with an extended commitment of a year plus. They focus on foster care. Age range is anywhere from 13 to 17, 18 plus. The mentor does need to be 18 and above. And as being a CASA, you are kind of decide when you can meet based on your mentee's availability. So it could be mornings, could be weekends, could be evenings, any time of the day. And then there's a profile here that the nonprofit can use to really sell the opportunity. As you see, some of this is just kind of filler just to show that it can be a full page. This description is fully HTML capable, so you can do block quotes. You can kind of get creative and do whatever you want in here to show off your opportunity. And then down below, if there are any additional FAQs, you can put them in here. I did put the requirements of being a CASA down here in the FAQs, but I think we've talked about putting that up higher and up here in the description, just so that when the user comes in, they can see that pretty quickly, and they know if they do have to do something like 30 hours and that's not what they're able to do, they can go find another opportunity. But this does give you the capability to put in some additional information, and the user can click through and look at the ones that they want to look through. Over here, contact with the business owner. We had talked about potentially collecting contact information, and we didn't want to do that. So this functionality, the user will put in name, email, phone number, and then a message. And this isn't stored in any database that we have. This is sent directly to you as the nonprofit. So you'll receive, the nonprofit will receive an email, and then they'll also be able to see all of those messages in their dashboard, which I'll show you here as well. And the reason we wanted to add this feature is so that someone could contact the nonprofit but not have to lose this session. So they wouldn't have to, they could go into the nonprofit website if they wanted to, but they could also stay in the tool, send this off, and then potentially go search for another opportunity or stay within this search functionality. So we didn't have to lose them, and then they'd have to find their way back just to contact the nonprofit. So it gives them a couple different options of ways to get in contact. So from here they can either hit back, and that'll take them back to the search tool. They can check out some other opportunities, and this will load them right back into the search tool. So that's kind of the tool and the functionality and how it works. So from the nonprofit side, the nonprofit will sign up for a username and password, so the nonprofit will have an account. I'll start with the submitting page. So once they create their account, they can put their mentoring opportunity in here. So they'll see this page, so I'm signed in here. So opportunity name, I'm just going to go through this quick and not fill out all, but mentoring opportunity. You can put in your address there. If you do know your latitude and longitude, you can put that in there. Category, so this is where you choose the time frames that you have opportunities. So if you can do any time of day, if it's similar to like a Casa roll, you can put all, so that'll show up on all weekday and weekend searches. If you only have weekday searches, you can put that in here. I'll put in all for right now. And then once you put that in, you'll see you have the list of all of the features that we talked about earlier. So you would, the nonprofit would checkbox any that pertain to their mentoring opportunities. So if they've got daytime opportunities, evening opportunities, they focus on low-income communities, mentor has to be 18 and above. They do some virtual mentoring. They also do some one-on-one mentoring. They can put all of that in here so that when the user searches for that criteria, their nonprofit shows up. Here's the description of the organization. So I talked about the HTML capabilities. You can see all that up there. You can insert links in here as well. But this can be just one line, or it can be, the full page that I talked about earlier. Here you'll update or upload a logo so that shows in your profile. And then once you've got those images and all of that description in here, you can hit save and preview, and it'll show you a preview similar to what the actual profile looks like. And then at the bottom it would hit save. So once you're ready to do that, you hit save, and then your the mentoring opportunity is live and can be searched by users. As I mentioned, each nonprofit will have an account and a dashboard. So this is what the dashboard will look like. So you're going to see how many people have viewed your listing. If anybody has filled out a message to you, and I'll fill one out real quick. These things never work when you're doing a live demo, so we'll see how it works. Sorry for the caps. Successfully sent. I go back to the dashboard. And there's the message from me. So I want to mentor. You can reply here in your dashboard if you want to. You'll also get an email to your email address. So if you want to put them through your standard mentor funnel, you can do that as well. So you don't need to respond here, but this does give you the capability. It shows contact information and things like that. So back to the dashboard. So each nonprofit will only have one listing. I'm the super admin, so I can put as many as I want, but this is what you'll see where you've listed your mentoring opportunity. So you can see that it's published, and if you do want to edit it, you can go in, hit edit, and that will take you back to this page where you can change your description, you can change your features, whatever it might be. So obviously that helps if a mistake is made, but also it gives you the ability, if you've got an event coming up and you want mentors for a specific event, you can start to put those things in here in the description. So keep that up to date if you want, or if it's just a one-time thing and you have a mentoring opportunity that's an ongoing thing, you don't have to be in here checking that either. So you will get notified if someone puts in a message, so you don't have to live in your dashboard. But if you do want to keep that up to date, you do have that dashboard here with this information. So that is an overview of everything that has been built right now. I think Jeff and Joe are going to talk a little bit about the testing, but we will have a round of testing just to see if anything's broken internally with the committee. And then once that is done, we'll have a pilot with some selected nonprofits where they'll go on, put in a mentoring opportunity listing, and then we'll have some people go to that site and try and search and make sure that they are having the user experience that they want from the mentor side too. So any feedback is greatly appreciated. It's almost ready for testing. A few more things I need to update just to make sure that some links aren't broken, and a few bugs that I need to clean up. But other than that, it is pretty close. So I appreciate Joe and Jeff giving me the feedback to get it to this point. And if there, like I said, if there is any other feedback, please do pass that along. All right. Again, sorry I couldn't make it there, and hope the rest of the meeting goes well. Thanks, guys.